Lead Boulder is a very unique program that was offered to us high schoolers here in BVSD, and it's essentially a leadership training program, and it's giving us exposure to various leaders in the field, as well as giving us an opportunity to be part of this capstone project that kind of it's the final installment of the program, and essentially we're trying to make an impact in our community. And it's a great program that has given me a lot of practical leadership skills. It definitely has been a learning experience for me.
We get together and we get to meet with like a lot of prominent people in the community who kind of share lessons with us about like what they've learned in their journeys. Like the CEO of Noodles and Company, was there. And just, a really diverse group of people. So.
It's been a lot of really useful tips and tricks, but I think more than anything, it was a lot about empowerment for me, and like being a girl, I don't feel uncomfortable like kind of taking charge as much. Like before, I'd feel like I was being bossy or pushy, and now I just feel like a lot more self-confident and like sure of myself. So I think that's been my biggest like gain from Lead Boulder. But I think in general, like I've learned a lot about marketing myself, about being self-sufficient and organized, but also just like good morals as a human being. Just being a decent human being, I think has been a really good takeaway.
Going on the idea of being a servant leaders, how can I create an environment for others to succeed and give them the tools to be their own best self, and how as a leader I can facilitate that transformation ultimately.
As a leader, I want to try and like stick to my morals as close as possible to define who I am as a human being now, and like though it can be dynamic, try to stick to that for the rest of my life.
When I first joined Lead Boulder, I was just like a normal kid, but what I learned through the years was that like leadership, there's different styles of leadership. It's not all about being in the front, being in front of the audience, doing all the speaking. Like leadership can be, you can be like the behind the scenes leader, you can do different types of things, but what leadership is about is helping empower others through your passion areas, and also contributing to the community.
Jackie Ross from Revelar, because her company is a startup that is a safety button basically that you wear on your clothes, and you set an alert if you're in trouble. I learned a lot from her story. I relate to her like a lot, and I think that she's such a like strong and empowered woman, and really like inspired me to be like her and like fight for things that I want and fight for what I think is right. So I think that was my biggest takeaway, and like what really kind of drove me the rest of the program.
Actually, one of my favorite speakers was the founder of Noodles and Company, and what I really walked away with that discussion was how such big people have very small beginnings, and how his idea to create Noodles and Company was based on a very small desire to make good pasta, and it was just very interesting to see how small ideas can develop into huge projects and really big companies. So.